Thanks. Is that the real Polina? Come on. Oh. Okay, is that the real Polina? Is a bridge like a good thing or a bad thing? I'm having a bad hour, Blue. Alright, I got hit with some really bad news on top of everything else I'm dealing with. It just wiped me out. I haven't been the same for an hour, bro. That's why I've been on. I had good intentions, Blue. I had good intentions. I unblocked 2 of Beard Gang's accounts. Beard Gang Nomad and Come Insider twice. Because every chick I've ever been with, I come inside her at least twice. Hey, the old tank's back, huh? Little sense of humor. Haven't seen that all in a month from me. I'm digging deep right this moment. I'm digging deep, trying to make jokes. That's how dark of a place I'm in. I need to laugh and be positive, or I'm just going to sink right now. I got hit with really bad news on top of everything else I'm dealing with. I had good intentions, Blue. I signed on my stream an hour ago. Right before that, I had unblocked 2 of Beard Gang's accounts. I wanted to make money, and then I got hit with the worst news. For me. Well, the worst news, nothing could be worse than losing my mom. And before that, my mom being sick and knowing she was going to be dying. But I've been so preoccupied with preserving my mom and all these sentimental things that I forgot something at my old house that really meant a lot to me. And it's been really bothering me. I never told you guys it was a nightmare with the movers that day. I told you it was a nightmare, an 11-hour move. But I never really got into it and ragged on the movers. They didn't come with a big enough truck, so we had to make 1 million crosstown trips to get everything. It took 11 hours because it should have been much less if they just brought a big truck and packed up the whole truck. And then in the middle of the move, I had to check into my apartment. And then at the end, they were almost going to end the move. We had only gotten my mom's storage unit packed. They hadn't even packed up me and Justin's furniture. And the stuff I was bringing here, I'm like, what the fuck? It's 5 o'clock, you know, you guys didn't bring any tools. I didn't want to say this to them, but like one guy was sort of strong and one guy was puny as fuck. They were banging up walls, ruining a lot of the furniture. I mean, I could swear as I'm looking at the furniture being brought out, I'm like, that damage wasn't there on the furniture. Like, they were terrible. Bottom line, It took 11 hours with me doing a third of the work. I was moving shit all day. Maybe not the heavy furniture, but like other stuff, packing things up, which was the whole house. I never really had a chance to do much packing up of like items before because I was running around like crazy trying to get approved for the apartment, going to Oviedo, trying to raise money here, there, so I'd have money for the fucking thing. I never had a chance. I really didn't, and I wasn't streaming much, if you remember. It's not like I sat on my ass and was just being lazy and streaming. I wasn't. There was not enough time on the clock. Anyway, I'm not going to go into what I left, but I left some things. And one of them was really important. Well, really two of them was. And eventually I'll tell you. So for an hour, I'm just like devastated. Like I spent so much focus and energy making sure I kept all my mom's stuff. And like a bunch of my things were just left behind that were really important. Like things I take with me from house to house to house to house. And I've just been in a dark place for an hour now. It's a long story, Robbie. I don't want to get into the logistics of what's going on with all that, if I'm going to be able to retrieve my stuff. I don't want to get into it right now. It's just there's a lot going on, okay, that I haven't talked about on here. But anyway, just to give you a little background about why I'm in a dark place right now. So I was trying to make a joke and keep it light because that's how dark I am right now. Well, I talked about it, but I also don't want to get into specifics right now. I'm like literally paranoid and superstitious. And I'm praying that it has a positive outcome, that there's a positive outcome to what I was devastated about, but it feels uncertain. Nothing feels 100%. Nothing ever feels 100% anymore. It's like that was once upon a time. Those days are gone. When everything was 100%, that everything will work out, you know what that meant? That meant Estelle was around, my mom, because everything was always okay when my mom was around. Nothing's the same without her. I see that I'm in a different world now. It's a different place without her. Is there a problem, Sarah? Is there a problem, Sarah? Thank you for the people validating me. Crybaby? Brian, don't you have an accounting office to go to? Brian from accounting. Are you kidding me right now? I knew you were going to look like that too. Of course. Crunch. Unreal. Brian from accounting, everyone. I can't even block you because that was worth a laugh. I can't even block you. That was worth a laugh. Unreal. Fucking Brian from accounting. This is the highlight of my 2.5 years on TikTok. It comes down to Brian from accounting, and what was his comment? Where the fuck is the idiot? Yeah, go get your stuff. crybaby. I'm posting that as a video. That's going to be my next TikTok video. Brian from Accounting's comment. I'm putting that up. Highlight of my 2.5 years, and not a good highlight. Just solidifies it all. Yep. Like, is this real? Is this nightmare this bad? Could this possibly be real? Or am I just getting punked? And nothing's really this bad. It just seems this bad. Because how could that be real? Brian from Accounting. But it's real. In my world, it's real. Even if they say it's not. So, even if they say it's not. Having a big heart and being in so much pain from having a big heart that can be hurt makes me a crybaby.